And we're learning in Massachusetts, guardsman was among the 140 service members injured overseas. Our John Atwater is live in Charlestown, where that guardsman is a firefighter, John.
And Maria, friends of that firefighter tell me they are very proud of his service and they are thankful he will be coming home when he recovers. The Iranian drone strike in Kuwait last week that killed 6 U.S. troops is being felt in Boston at this Charlestown firehouse where a firefighter is serving in the Middle East.
He was on site. He was in that explosion that killed those 6 people.
Mark Garcia is a Boston firefighter and a major in the National Guard. His union says it's incredibly proud of the tremendous service that Mark has demonstrated in defense of our country.
He's recovering right now in Germany, and we will celebrate his return, his safe return, in a couple of months.
As Major Garcia recovers, the war rages on. Iran is attacking ships in the Strait of Hormuz, a critical global shipping channel. And there's a new warning about how Iran may retaliate on U.S. soil. ABC News reviewed an FBI alert sent to police in California, warning that Iran wants to launch attack drones from an unidentified vessel off the coast, though no plan has been put into motion.
They want to instill fear wherever they can, and they want to show or at least make people think that they can strike the U.S.
Former CIA officer John Franchi worked in the Middle East. He says he has bigger concerns about other threats.
I think it's a couple things. One is the lone wolf attack, and then possibly cyber. Those are the two things that I'm most kind of concerned about when it comes to what Iran can do.
Now, the extent of that Boston firefighter's injuries are not clear, but as the governor said, for now, he is recovering overseas. We're live in Charlestown tonight. John Atwater, WCVB News Center.